This show is off the rails. JP Morosi, help us. Happy Monday to you. You're laughing because you know it's true. Let's rock. Good morning to you. Usually, we don't check the standings May 2nd, but I did this morning in the AL West, and the Angels are in first place. What's so different about this year's version as opposed to last?
Laura, good morning. New personnel all performing at a very, very high level, and we might see Mike Trout back in the postseason this year based on the early returns there in Anaheim. Let's start with another slugging outfielder right now for the Angels, that being Taylor Ward. You look at Ward's slugging percentage, it's almost identical to that of Mike Trout himself, and Ward now has moved into the leadoff spot for the Angels. They are 6-1 since Ward has been batting leadoff. So really outstanding work by Ward. He was a first-round pick of the Angels 7 years ago, initially a catcher, then a corner infielder. It's taken him some time, and now he is doing damage in the outfield. As I mentioned, Ward's slugging percentage right now is .764, and Trout's is .766. So, again, key there for Ward. Now in the rotation, that really has been the issue the Angels have had, Lauren, for a number of years. And I want to mention someone here who probably doesn't get the attention he deserves right now, and that's Patrick Sandoval, a really talented 25-year-old left-hander. When you consider what has changed with the Angels' rotation, it's the emergence of Sandoval and then the additions of two pitchers, Michael Lorenzen and also Noah Syndergaard. When you think about it, both Sandoval and Syndergaard and Lorenzen, all three of them were not part of the Angels' rotation a year ago. And so when you add the three of them in there, and of course Ohtani, all the things that he can do at a superstar level, you have the makings of a very, very good rotation. I've just been very impressed by Sandoval from the left side. 3 starts, Lauren, so far for Sandoval this season. He has yet to allow an earned run.
And 3 career postseason games for Mike Trout. Wouldn't that be something, JP? Hey, ask Robert why he doesn't like Pablo Lopez. Ask him. Hey,
I don't.
Didn't give him the pitch hand trophy.
Again, Lauren.
So darn dominant. Yeah, Lucas singled you up.
There's #other factors.
You have some explaining to do. JP, I mean, at this point, giving up a run would be disappointing for Pablo Lopez. How's he been so dominant?
Lauren, many things that were said in the previous segment surprised me. But the part about Pablo Lopez not being the pitch hand award winner was certainly one of them, maybe even near the top. But there was some very close competition there for the most surprising thing said in the last segment. But let's just talk about Pablo Lopez, okay? Because right now, Lopez's ERA, .39 through 4 starts. That is the lowest ERA ever for a Marlins pitcher at the start of a season through 4 starts, and the lowest by any major league pitcher since 2015. And actually now, Lauren and Robert, we should point out this according to Jason Latimer of the Marlins Media Relations Department, what a great team they've got there. Jason points out this is just the 13th occasion in Major League history in which a pitcher has given up 1 run or less in the first 4 starts of the season while throwing at least 20 innings pitched. So again, Joe Ryan, very deserving winner. Pablo Lopez would have been a great choice as well, Robert.
No doubt he would have been a great choice, but we just felt because he was off base earlier last week, we didn't want to abuse the privilege. We didn't want to abuse the privilege and put him out. That's that's part of it. I don't know what else to say.
JP, he said a lot. Actually, he made a statement over the weekend about the Mets. If DeGrom comes back and he's DeGrom, that the Mets will win the World Series. As you can imagine, Twitter did some work. You are talking about the left side of their infield. In what capacity?
Right now, Lauren, I believe the Mets have, so far through the month of April, the best left side of the infield in Major League Baseball. Now, there's some pretty good competition there, of course. In Boston, you've got Bogarts and Devers, but look at the numbers. Francisco Lindor and the always underrated but very productive Eduardo Escobar at third base. You have 2 switch hitters there that I think give the Mets lineup a lot of depth. And I'm even thinking, when was the last time we saw a Mets lineup this potent and this deep? I really like what the Mets have done, and having these 2 switch hitters there helps them immeasurably. With Lindor, the reality is, Lauren, the Mets now have the MVP level player they thought they were getting a year ago. Look at that production right now, offensively, defensively, and also Francisco Lindor can turn a double play while speaking on live television. That was pretty impressive last night. I think he even boosted up his rankings just for that one play last night. Some brilliant television last night there at ESPN.